The official holding up that TNA Legends Championship, AJ Styles, won it back at Destination X on March 15th when he actually defeated Booker T. Now tonight, he has the chance to not only retain the TNA Legends Championship, much the same as Booker T has the chance to win it back, but AJ Styles has the chance to make a pro wrestling legend utter the most embarrassing words in front of hundreds in the arena, thousands around the world. And those words, I quit. AJ Styles, a multi-time world champion. You got to look at it this way. AJ Styles has become a staple here in TNA. For AJ Styles, he doesn't like when you have a guy like Booker T, already a well-established pro wrestling superstar who's won world titles over the globe. AJ Styles doesn't like that Booker T coming into TNA and taking the spotlight. AJ Styles getting caught by Booker. Booker's got a great thing going for him right now, keeping AJ Styles cornered. Is AJ going to do the job? Is he going to do the job right in trying to successfully get Booker T to say, I quit? It's not going to be easy. While the ref asked, it's one of those things that takes a long time, especially for someone like Booker T. Booker T, a true king, former world champion, part of one of the greatest tag teams in the industry, Harlem Heat, alongside his brother. Booker T has traveled the world. He has done things that others could only imagine of doing. AJ Styles caught up. Oh, and he counters. It would land on his feet and blocks Booker T's second attempt at a suplex. AJ Styles now shifting. And nice job. It looked more like a brain buster on AJ Styles' drop of Booker T. The way that he dropped was rough for Booker T. AJ Styles doing a great job now of being able to turn things around as he goes to work on Booker T. Looking for a submission. His variation of the Indian Deathlock. Could this be the attempt to force Booker T to say, I quit? Booker T is not going for it just yet. Booker T muscling out of the grip of AJ Styles and just going to work on that leg. Leaning back as Booker T grasps that left knee of his. AJ Styles kicking the hamstring now. This is a great strategy if you're AJ Styles. Once you pick apart your opponent's weak point, then you loosen it up to the point where there is an opportunity to go full-fledged damage and make your opponent utter the words. Booker showing signs of a limp a little bit there for a split second. You got to wonder how this affects Booker long-term. One for the pop-up sidekick. AJ Styles with a kick to the back of the knee. And once more in that time, Booker T, talk about getting swept off your feet and not in a good way. AJ Styles taking out Booker T. With this match still being too early to call, it's either man's game. However, right now it's AJ Styles who is in control as he drives Booker T headfirst into the top turnbuckle. AJ Styles with a thunderous chop to Booker T. And once more, AJ Styles doing the best he can to inflict damage onto Booker T. You got to keep and you got to stay sharp is what you have to do. These are two of the top that TNA have to offer. You have to wear down your opponent in a specific manner. You have to be willing to go the extra mile. You cannot second guess yourself. You can't have any doubt. You have to have a little bit of that edge, if you will. Have that extra bit of aggression and be relentless against your opponent, because you just can't show mercy. There just isn't that. Otherwise, what are you going to do to get your opponent to say those words? What are you going to do if you don't give it your all to the point that your opponent says, I quit? You have to be willing to go the extra mile. AJ Styles brings up Booker T, stopping AJ Styles, who was thinking something big. That side leg kick, AJ Styles gets knocked off the apron and landed throat first, it seemed, onto the guardrail. A tough landing for the Phenomenal One. AJ Styles having a hard time breathing right now. Not where you want to be if you're AJ Styles. Booker T found the weakness in Styles and dropping AJ throat first once more on the top of the guardrail. AJ Styles is so winded after his throat taking the brunt of the guardrail. He can't even say I quit, but I don't think he was going to, though, the way he pushed and shoved that microphone away from him and back to the referee. Booker T getting AJ Styles back into the ring. The end could be near. What is Booker T thinking? Got the arm trapped. Oh, a knee to the elbow of AJ Styles. High impact. Just a lot as AJ Styles got dumped back. Booker T violently, maliciously kneeing AJ Styles. AJ Styles still having a hard time catching his breath. AJ glossy-eyed, stumbling to get back up. He tried to get back up and he just collapsed right back to the mat. Now a naked choke on AJ Styles. AJ Styles not able to utter anything out of his mouth. His vocal cords could be damaged by Booker T. Oh, and a head scissor on the top rope to inflict more damage to the throat of AJ Styles. Much like AJ Styles found a weakness in the knee, Booker T has found weakness in the throat. However, that could be a detriment, because if AJ Styles' throat is damaged, then he can't actually say the words I quit. Styles, though, who's had his issues with the main event mafia, it continues here with Booker T. AJ Styles has had issues with the guys that have already done some of the greatest things all over the world and trying to steal the spotlight from him here in TNA. AJ Styles fights back with a shot to the midsection of Booker. AJ Styles trying to rally back into this, but Booker T stopping the momentum of Styles. And a spinner-rooney. Booker T pumping himself up for AJ Styles. Just getting knocked right down by Booker. Booker going for a submission. AJ Styles emphatically saying no on this wrist lock by Booker T. AJ Styles writhing in pain. Look at the way the arm of AJ Styles is being bent back by Booker T. This is not where you want to be. AJ Styles trying to fight back up to his feet, trying to alleviate some of the pressure in the arm. He's got Booker up on his shoulders and leans back with a Samoan drop, but Booker's still hanging on for dear life onto this arm of AJ Styles. AJ Styles continues to express the pain and the agony of this submission hold by Booker T. Could this be the final curtain for AJ Styles? Could the end be near? However, AJ Styles may have found an opportunity, and he's seeking it. AJ Styles changing the pressure on a Booker. AJ Styles was trying to get some sort of hammer lock. AJ Styles created a little bit of separation, but the thing is, the long-term damage has already been done to AJ Styles. However, Styles trying to fight back, who's on his knees. At some point, you gotta wonder if AJ Styles is thinking about just living to fight another day. But AJ Styles, knowing the man that AJ Styles is, he is not someone to give up. He is not somebody who will just blurt out words like, I quit. Those words don't come out of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. AJ Styles doing everything he can to show that there is still fight left in this dog. And there is still this dog left in this fight. AJ Styles nails Booker T, who's stumbling. Booker T with a shot to the midsection. Spinning Pele. And down goes Booker, but down goes Styles. Booker did not know what hit him. AJ Styles with a great opportunity here. How does AJ Styles capitalize on it now? That's what we are awaiting to see, how AJ Styles goes about it. However, what I will say about what we are seeing right now is the wear and tear between both of these men. AJ Styles experiencing the worst the last few minutes of this match, having a hard time capitalizing right away. However, now right on top of Booker with these rough, closed fists. And Booker T saying no. AJ Styles opening up the guard of Booker to make sure all of these shots land right on the money of Booker. And Booker said no, emphatically. Not sure I'm going to repeat exactly what Booker said word for word, but Booker was adamant on that no. Slam. Styles. Desperation move for Booker T. Booker gets the payoff there. Now Booker is the one who's in control as he's on top of Styles now and hammers away on the champion. AJ Styles says never with a roar. This is the deep waters. This is where you see the truth of who wants it more, who's going to go the extra mile. AJ Styles knocking Booker off the apron, off the ropes, onto the floor. A crash landing for Booker T. Now the question is, how does AJ Styles follow it up? What offense does AJ Styles have left? Springs up and over, laying out Booker T out on the floor. You never know what AJ Styles is going to pull out of the playbook. And Booker says no. Not with as much emphasis as the last time. However, Booker T with a dirty shot. The thumb to the eye. I know a certain somebody, a certain dirtiest player of the game, Who would be proud of that little trick? AJ Styles able to block, and Styles sending Booker face first into the steel post. Not where you want to be if you're Booker T. And Styles sends Booker back into the ring. Now it's Styles trying to pull himself back up. Booker once more says no. Styles looking to clear house, but here comes Queen Sharmell. Here comes Sharmell. And a forearm. Springboard forearm by AJ Styles. Booker T once more. Not going to fall for it. Not ready to give up just yet. Is he thinking Styles clash? Here comes Sharmell up on the apron. And the distraction by Sharmell. Oh. Uh-oh. Booker T accidentally got sent into Sharmell. AJ's ready for Booker. And the armbar, but Booker T still holding on. Booker T doing everything he can to keep his hands gripped. AJ Styles could pull the arm out of the socket. There it is. AJ Styles got it full. What's he gonna say? There's nowhere to go for Booker T. But I just don't see Booker T uttering those words. And you can hear him repeatedly saying no. Jenna now coming down to ringside. She threw in the towel. On behalf of the main event mafia, Jenna doing the greater good. She did the right thing. Booker T almost losing his arm. AJ Styles to the TNA Legends champion. What a massive victory. You can tell there's certainly a difference between Sharmell and Jenna. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, is victorious. An unfortunate loss for Booker T. While never uttering the words, the towel was thrown in by Jenna. And the sacrifice was made. And AJ Styles stands tall.